Mr. Mack, you're charged with driving suspended second offense. That's a common offense also. Let's take a look at your file. All right, says your license is suspended. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I've tried to get it, but they say I owe court fines and all that for.
Well, they used to suspend you for unpaid fines. That was part of Mr. Melgoza's problem. Thank you. This gentleman, Mr. Melgoza, got a DWLS and no insurance.
Okay.
And he said there was a mistake regarding his driver's license, and we reran a brand new driving record, which is attached, and he's not suspended. At least he isn't as of today. So he may have some issue with his insurance. He had to pay $750 to get his car out of hock.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So if you could see if you could help us with that. Thank you, Melissa.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
All right, Mr. Mack.
Buckle up, guys. Today we're going to dive into a courtroom drama that's as tangled as it is shocking. Mr. Mack faces a second offense driving suspended charge, and the judge immediately digs into his license and insurance records. Suspense builds as the court uncovers whether his suspension is still active, setting the stage for a legal storm and the revelations about his driving history.
You got in an accident in Kalamazoo in October of 23. Your license was suspended in Pawpaw, Van Buren County in 2021. Your license was suspended in Kalamazoo in 2021. Your license was suspended in Kalamazoo in 2021. Then you had unlawful use of a license in 2021 in Kalamazoo.
Unlawful use of the license?
Well, that's a lesser charge of driving suspended.
Oh, all right.
Another drug, boy, yeah, bad year in 2021. Holy smokes. You got like 5 DWLSs in Kalamazoo in the same year.
Yeah, I lived in Schoolcraft, actually. That was why.
6. And then you didn't pay some of the tickets. Holy smokes.
A lot of jail time from those, a little bit.
All right.
From the moment the judge lays out the years of infractions, the scope of Mr. Mack's troubles becomes crystal clear. Multiple suspensions across counties, accidents, and unpaid fines paint a vivid picture of a man whose driving record is a ticking time bomb. His personal explanation about work and family add a human layer, heightening the tension between necessity and legality.
Well, you live out in the country. You have a hard time getting back and forth to work. Golly, here's another one. You've been suspended for many, many years. Back to 2013, you have a bunch of unpaid tickets. They used to suspend you for unpaid, gosh, must have 10, 12, 15 driving suspended.
I gotta take care of my dad lives with me, and I got a girl and 2 kids, so I have to go to work every day.
Well, I certainly respect that, but your driving record is.
The courtroom suspense escalates when Mr. Mack admits how he actually got to court, driving himself despite a suspended license. As a third-party observer, you can feel the moment crackle. The judge realizes the law has been blatantly defied, and the room's tension peaks. The audience is left questioning how far someone will go to maintain their daily routine, knowing the consequences loom.
Not good. My advice is you plead not guilty, and I get a lawyer to help you with this. Is that agreeable with you?
Yeah.
5. I'm going to ask the $1 million question. How'd you get here today?
Oh, my girlfriend's outside.
What's she in?
White SUV.
What?
White SUV.
Okay, what kind? Let's make sure Mr. Mack didn't drive in here. I'm not sure he's getting the message.
Yeah, so I definitely did drive myself.
Yeah, okay.
I bet you already knew that.
Um,
Supposed to be at work right now.
plead not guilty. Never mind. Thank you, Keith. Appoint an attorney. And set attorney pretrial for May 31st. You can't drive a car.
The judge outlines what jail time would look like under old rules and the staggering cost of impounding Mr. Mack's vehicle. Each detail underscores the gravity of repeated offenses, showing just how much trouble one man's decisions can accumulate over time. The legal consequences hit hard, leaving the observer both incredulous and absorbed in the unfolding drama.
Your license has been suspended for 20 years. You drive back and forth to work every day. You drive here to the courthouse. You got hundreds of dollars of unpaid tickets, and you just keep driving a car because you need to work. And I respect that, but you just don't care.
I start work about the same time the kids get on the school bus and everything. So we've tried.
Well, this is a problem of your own making.
Yeah.
I didn't even go all the way back on your driving record, but it's 15 years in the making, and there is more than a dozen previous driving suspended charges. When I was young, driving suspended second carried a 5-day mandatory jail sentence. If we did that today, the jail would be busting at the seams, but people just don't care, and you really don't care. What happened to your car, that 2005 Mercury? Did they tow it?
Impounded.
What?
Yeah, I got towed.
Did you get it out of impound?
Yeah, it cost like $800.
Yeah, that's a huge drag.
It's totally legal and everything though.
Well, you're not driving. Well, I'll let you drive it away from here. If you'd like to get arrested between here and Three Rivers, you have to call somebody to come get you.
I got
Mr. Stickley saved you from going to jail for a day for lying to me. You did lie to me. Plus you drove here, but I didn't see it. But I'm not going to let you drive away unless you want to go to jail on the way home and get your car impounded all over again.
Here, the courtroom turns into a history lesson in legal misfortune. From drug-related suspensions to unpaid driver responsibility fees, the judge recounts a tangled path of infractions that are compounded over years. Observing from the outside, you see a pattern of repeated mistakes spiraling out of control, illustrating how the legal system can catch someone in an unrelenting web of penalties.
Again, you need to wrap your head around the fact that you can't drive a car, and you also can't fix it. They no longer suspend you for unpaid tickets, which I don't agree with, frankly, but they also suspended you way back when for a drug charge. They don't do that anymore either. But you're a classic case of a guy who got on the driving suspended merry-go-round and couldn't get off of it back in 2010. Gosh, you already suspended in 2010. 2006.
Lost a lot of cars. Yeah.
2001. And that is also in the bad old days of driver responsibility fees, which is the worst piece of legislation ever passed in the history of the Michigan legislature.
And that's what got me started.
Governor Jennifer Granholm was the governor at the time. So you got sideways, several different ways: unpaid tickets, unpaid driver responsibility fees, and a drug charge.
The
then-
tension shifts from past to present as the judge gives immediate instructions. Mr. Mack cannot drive or repair his vehicle and must navigate complex bureaucracies for IDs and address updates. Watching this unfold, it's clear that the consequences of repeated offenses aren't abstract. They hit real life, leaving him scrambling to maintain employment while staying compliant with the law.
And then you kept driving. Wow. I've seen a worse one than this, but not very often. There may very well be jail in your future. You can't just keep driving a car and driving to court and think there won't be a consequence. And they give you fines and you don't pay the fines. So all the more reason why you need a lawyer. Do you have a cell phone?
Yeah.
Well, you got to call somebody that has a license to come get you in your car. And I don't know what to tell you. You move from Portage. The other problem is the Secretary of State thinks you live on Portage Road. That you have to change your address. Do you have a Michigan ID card?
Yeah.
You have to change your address with SOS.
Oh yeah, I did pay for a new ID. They got switched in the address.
Do you have it in
change
your
and all
pocket?
that. No, it never came. I
Oh.
paid for one after I moved in and it should have came, but it got messed up in the address change.
They also don't forward your mail. I had a nice lady who was a
Pre-trial looms large as the judge sets the May 31st date and stresses the importance of contacting an attorney. The observer sees the stakes rising. Every misstep could magnify consequences. This section builds suspense through anticipation, highlighting the bureaucratic and legal hurdles Mr. Mack must overcome, emphasizing that there are no quick fixes to a problem years in the making.
visitor from North Carolina who was a postmaster in a town in North Carolina. It used to be easy to change your address with the post office. You just go in and fill out a change of
Yeah.
address.
I did that.
Well, I could go in and change your address
Yeah.
and drop something off and change your address to Nairobi, Kenya. And now it takes 2 steps and ID. So it's hard to change your address with SOS. It's hard to change your address with the post office. What shift do you work?
First.
So you're missing work right now? Well, you're also gonna have to miss it on the 31st in the morning, but I apologize. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a piece of paper with your attorney's name and number on it. I want you to call this and discuss it with them.
All right.
Then maybe somebody from work can come over here and pick you up and get you to work.
Yeah, I'll have my dad picked up.
But if you'd like to do the summer at the jail mowing lawns as a trustee,
No.
my advice is you drive again. And then we got a spot for you. But this is gonna be hard to undo this. And it didn't happen overnight and it's not good. You didn't make it any better by driving here, but I'm not gonna incarcerate you because you came clean.
I appreciate that.
All right, you go with the court officer and call somebody to come get you in your car.
The courtroom drama closes as Mr. Mack is escorted and instructed to have someone retrieve his car, narrowly avoiding incarceration by coming clean. As an observer, the tension resolves but doesn't disappear, leaving a lingering sense of what might happen next. The story is a cautionary tale about repeated missteps and the law's unyielding presence.